Hello, it's Patrick from Tales on Tiles. If you are on this video, it's surely because you've received your box of the Tales on Tiles system. First of all, thank you very much for your interest and I hope you're going to enjoy it very well. I'm making this video as a tutorial to explain to you how the system works and give you a few tips to get you going as fast as we can. Let's go! So first of all, print the textures. And then I'm going to show you how to cut them. It's basically quite simple. You just go around the textures. Don't worry, you don't need to be very precise. If you cut too much of the texture, you will see it's not going to be very visible on the tile at the end. Okay, so let's do all of them. Okay, now all the textures are cut. I'll show you how to mount them on a tile. First, you need to fold the sides of the texture. No need to make it sharp, just do it slightly, just so it goes more easily into the cover. The tile bases have a direction. Here is the top and here is the bottom. The top can be easily identified by the flat areas. It's important because first, it will be more difficult to dismount after, and also the vertical walls have a specific shape to fit perfectly the cover. And finally, the magnets will be on the wrong way. Then you just put the base into the cover. Sometimes it will go in quite easily, but sometimes due to production variation, it could be a bit tight. If it's the case, first, I don't really recommend to put the texture on the base first before putting everything in the cover. This would work, yes, but you will eventually damage the corner of the paper. It's not a big problem as you can reprint all the texture as you want, but still you will want to keep them as long as possible anyway. So here is my technique. Put the texture halfway into the cover and bend the sides slightly outwards. Don't worry, when it will be mounted, the paper will be straight against the cover anyway. Then it will be very easy to mount the base into the cover. Here it is. Let's do the same on the other ones. To explain why it is a bit tight, I chose the clearance between the base and the cover, so it is okay to mount. Oh, I missed this one, for example. I'll put it back on. Okay, so the cover is okay to mount, but also so it does not fall apart when handling the full tile. For example, with too much clearance, I ended up with the bases falling off every time I picked a tile, which was not very handy. So this clearance is for me a good balance between those two aspects. Now I'll show you with the half tiles. It is the same principle. We put the paper into the cover first. If it is a bit tight, only put it halfway in and then insert the base. To assemble the tiles on flat, no need for a lot of explanation, it's just magnetic. It's the same for the half tiles. Just be careful for those half tiles. On some sides there is only one magnet, so it has a specific polarity. So depending on where you want to put it, it may repel. In this case, just turn the half tile the other way around. The same applies when you want to put two half tiles in a row. You'll have to be a bit careful of the polarity. Now let's show you how to use the height risers. They allow to elevate the tiles. You just need to clip the riser under a tile. The clips are around the corners of the tiles. To remove it, just tear it off. Sometimes it's not very easy when the cover is on, so don't hesitate to remove the cover before removing it. The best way is to grab on a corner and do as if you were peeling it off. It will come more easily this way. You can also stack them up. They all clip together. Here, for example, you have a high elevation. You will see after, to cover these walls, you will get some accessories. You may have noticed that there is no magnet on these risers. It's a choice. I didn't want to use too many magnets. So for that, I made these clips with magnets that you can put on the risers where you want to magnetize it. To know in which direction to put these clips, you can look on it and there is a sign. It represents the section of a cover. So it tells you which way to put it. It's in this direction here. If you put it the other way, it would just repel. So with a bit of practice, you will be able to recognize it very quickly. The clip goes on the back of the external walls like this, and it just clips in place. So now it will magnetize with the tiles. If we want to hold another tile, we can also put another one on the second wall. You can also see the shape of the magnet hole on the tile riser. There is a slight rounded corner here that matches the magnet clip. This will help you also find the right direction to put the clip in. So here we can assemble the tiles like this and add a tile on top to have a bit of elevation. Of course, we can add more height. Here, obviously, I should put the magnet clips on the bottom to hold on the tiles. And we can also put magnets on the other levels if we want to hold something else. So now I will show you how to use all the different clips. The first one is the wall clip. So when you look on the bottom of the tiles, in the middle of each side, you have some guides. The clip goes between these guides to be well centered and held sideways. So just put the clip between those guides and just do the same on the tile you want to use as a wall. To make long walls, no need to put clips on all tiles. I usually make another one with a clip, and then in between I just put tiles which hold with the magnets. It's not as strong, but it holds well enough. And it also can be easier to change on the fly. The second clip is what I call the mezzanine clip. It enables to make mezzanines and balconies. It goes in the same place on the tiles between the small guides. We put the small part on the wall and then the balcony tile on the other side like this. So it's better to do it on a wall that already has a wall clip, so it's very solid. Here also, no need to put clips on all tiles to make a long balcony. The middle one will hold okay with just the magnets. If you still want it to be stronger, we have a clip for that too. So the third clip, the platform clip. They are used to make bridges and platforms. We put them between the tiles and it holds them like this. With this, you can do long bridges, for example. It works with the half tiles too. But because of the central magnet thickness on these half tiles, it will be a bit tighter. You can put the half tiles in the middle, like this, but you can also put the half tile on the side. Just be careful of this bar on the tile. You'll have to do it on the side that does not have it. Also, in this position, the clip is stretched quite a lot, which should be okay, but I prefer to recommend to put the tile in the middle. Just use it on the side when you really need to. So coming back to my example, I can put the platform clips here and combine with the mezzanine clips. And here it is, solid. I've shown you how to make a wall which is outside of the tile. It allows to have the whole tile available to play. But sometimes you'll want to have a wall over the tile like this. And there is a clip for that as well. The fourth clip is what I call the overlap wall clip. It clips like this and comes out like this on the tile, and you just need to slide the wall into it, and then you have a wall that overlaps the tile. Let me show you the difference with the other wall clip. Here again, no need to put clips on all the tiles to make long walls. Just add tiles in between using their magnets. Another way you can use this clip is when you will want to put furniture or other elements like these barrels. When you want to put it on top of a tile, the magnets of the bottom tile are often strong enough to interfere here. See, it repels slightly the barrels. So the first solution is just to move slightly the element on the side so it doesn't get repelled. But also, if you want this element to be held solid, you can use the overlap wall clip. Put the overlap clip on the tile, then put the wall in between the other ones, and then just slide the element in the clip. And here the element is held pretty well. Finally, the last clip is this one. This one is a bit more complicated. It allows to assemble tiles like this, mostly for walls. So far, we've seen clips to assemble tiles like this, like this, like this, but not like this yet. It's like an external corner, so I call this clip external wall clip. To use it, you have to remove the cover. This side of the clip will go on this tile and the other side will go on the other tile, like this. The first side will clip on this bar here. For that, you can go from the top or come from the bottom and clip on it like this. It should come out on the other side like this, aligned with the bottom of the tile. Then put the cover back on and assemble the tiles. When you use this corner, you may need to think a bit on the overlaps with the floor tiles. For example here, I would assemble like this and use a wall clip to hold it as such. but most of the time it is used to make external faces of houses that you make solid and just lay on the floor. I'm now coming back to the magnet clips. We have seen how they can be used with the height risers, but that's not all. You can also use them for the ties. You can use them to magnetize the ties in other directions. For example, I showed you that you can use a clip to hold the barrels like this, but you can also do it with the magnets. You just need to magnetize the tile upward. For that, we can clip the magnets on these two bars. But before, check the way you want to assemble the magnets. You can use the little sign as I explained before. Here, I want to put the barrels like this. For that, the magnet will have to come like this. So we clip the magnet this way. You can remove it easily too. And you can put it anywhere along the tile length. For this example, I'll put it here. And now it is magnetized. To go further, I can assemble a wall behind it to come back to the same assembly as earlier. But here I can remove the barrels without exposing any clip. We can also put the clip downwards, like this. We put the cover back. And then it is magnetized and assembled like this. And here you can recognize the external wall clip assembly. So it means with these magnets you can remake any clip assembly, but in this case you can pull it out more easily. This is very practical when you want to rebuild faster or you want to be able to pull sections apart during the session, or make an assembly stronger if you don't have enough of the right clip. You can also make another clip downwards on the second tile and make two walls back to back. This method can be useful also in this case, when you have some scattered terrain like these crates and you want them to hold in place. You put the magnets downwards here and upwards on the tile below. Now it's held in position. I can remove it and it comes back in the same spot when I put it back. And here again you can combine with a wall behind it. And finally, some other example with these magnets. If you want to have the crates here and barrels here, we've seen you can hold the barrels with this clip. You can also do it with the magnets by putting them upwards here. For the crate, you can do it with two magnets, one downward and one upward here. Or you could also do with only one magnet by putting it on the back wall like this. Here we are for the system explanation. You see there is a lot of assembly possibilities. I tried to cover all the situations I encountered, but I'm sure you will find more, so don't hesitate to let me know. and we may add more clips or tips. Thank you all and enjoy building new worlds.